This video contains spoiler alerts, so if you want to assemble any of these puzzles, you are welcome not to watch any further to see the final images. Did you ever wonder what's the difference between the yellow, the blue, the pink, and the purple Wasgij puzzles? In today's video, I would like to explain to you all the differences between the Wasgij puzzles and all the tips that's already in the image, even though the image that you will assemble is not the same as on the box. So the Wasgij puzzles consist of actually 5 sub-series. The first one is the Christmas series, which I unfortunately couldn't get my hands on one yet, so I haven't assembled one for this video, but the concept is the same as with the original. So the second sub-series is the original series, which is the yellow color code. And for these, you puzzle what the people in the image see. So if I go to that side, there is 2 people there, and you can see they react to something, and you have to use your imagination to puzzle what they see. So for this video, I would also like to give you some tips and hints as to how to tackle these puzzles, because there is more hints in the image than you actually might think. So for this specific one, when I flipped over all the pieces, I immediately recognized the clothing of these 2 people in the front. So I knew the image will be from the back of them, and everything else will be what I can't see from this image. So I started by assembling their clothes, the chairs, and you will also see the umbrella and the handbag, which is on this side of the puzzle, is now on this side of the puzzle. So all of this, you just have to flip the image to get the front piece of the image in its right orientation. And from there, it was quite easy to assemble this. So for this specific one, you will see the cannon accidentally got shot off, and that cannonball from the other side, you can see the path of the ball going through all this artwork at this antique fair. So original, see a puzzle what they see, you will puzzle from behind them. The first part of the puzzle will give you, or actually the first part of the image will give you a clue as to what you can start with at the bottom of this image. So the third sub-series is the blue color-coded mystery puzzles, and in my opinion, these are the easiest of them all. The thing with these is you got an image here that showcase a image, and what you need to do is assemble what happens in a few seconds from there. So everything on that image will be the same as on the image on the puzzle, and that gives you a whole lot of clues. For instance, on this image, we've got a crook that came in and apparently tried to rob the jewelry store here. So the people react to that, and just a few seconds later, you will see what's happening, and you will see there it wasn't a gun, it was a banana that he tried to rob the shop with. For instance, the car here in the door that you can see on this image, it is just entering the frame. On this image, it's already a couple of meters away. So everything is exactly the same. It's just somewhat different, as it will be in a couple of seconds. If you are new to the Wasgij puzzles and are considering doing one, I would strongly suggest that you try the mystery puzzles. They are the easiest and still equally as much fun as the others. So the fourth sub-series is the Destiny series, and that is the pink color coding. And for these, you will have to assemble the image as it appears a couple of years in the future. So for instance, this one, it's a couple of young people on motorbikes. They are having the time of their life at this rock cafe. Just everything is good and jolly. So a couple of years down the line, it's more or less the same people. So you will see a couple of them still has the same clothing on. But this time around, they are quite older, so the motorbikes were exchanged for wheelchairs and scooters, and they are not so flexible anymore. For these, the big number one tip that you can look for is the structure, the buildings and the windows, the location of the doors, the windows, everything will remain the same. Everything else might change slightly. So, for instance, this rock cafe is no longer a rock cafe. It's now an old folks club, and they are playing bingo and a couple of games that the older people tends to play. So again, a lot of detail in here that you can look for to be able to assemble these ones. Not as easy as the mystery puzzles where everything is exactly the same, but you can definitely look at the structure, the buildings. That will give you a good indication of where to start. And then the fifth series is the orange coding, and I don't know if many people knows this because there is like only 4 puzzles in the back 2 series. So for these, it's basically the opposite of the Destiny series. You puzzle the image as it would appear in the past. So for this one, it is in Berlin. It should be round about year 1990, and just imagine how the people would have dressed and how the cars would have looked at that stage. Again, the same as with the Destiny puzzles, you can have a look at the buildings and the structures because those will mostly remain the same, and then just everything else changes. So difficulty level, I would put these on exactly the same level as the Destiny puzzles because there is more or less the same detail that you can look for to be able to assemble these puzzles. As far as I can determine, this was the very first one in the Back 2 series. This one wasn't numbered, and then the 3 afterwards were numbered 1, 2, and 3. So this will be, I think, the original from the Back 2 series. So in essence, there is 5 series, although they only advertise 4, which is the original, the mystery, the Destiny, and the Christmas series. But there is 4 puzzles in the Back 2 series as well. I don't know if they discontinued making these, but if you are a fan and are looking into collecting the collection, there is 4 puzzles in the Back 2 series as well. So I know a lot of you are not fans of the cartoon puzzles, and if you don't have any interest in the Wasgij puzzles, I completely, totally understand. For those of you that love cartoon puzzles but are afraid of the concept of the Wasgij where the image is not the same as on the box, I would like to invite you to just try one and start with the mystery puzzles, which is the easiest. Once you have assembled one, I am pretty sure that you will enjoy it. The whole concept is very fun. I use these as a palette cleanser. It's in my most fun puzzles in my collection. So if you did try one, please let me know that you like it, that you hate it. Again, I would just like to say thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.